Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Stock Anime Robin. In this video, I'll be unboxing and reviewing the SH Figuarts of Galactron from the Ultraman Orb series. And this set is manufactured by Bandai Tamashii Nation. As you see, this set is still enclosed in its transport box. So now we'll first just open the box and take the set out. Before we open the set, let's quickly check out the detail on the box here. So all over the box we have some pictures of the Galactron SH Figuarts figure here from different angle, and here on the back we have more details. And Galactron is like a dragon-like robot monster from the Ultraman Orb series. Or here, like most SH Figuarts or SH monster arts, this figure is apparently designed to be very articulated or movable. So, and it's designed to be very screen accurate to portray the character it's based on. And here it looks like we have a detachable claw or hand that can be supported by a stand, so it can portray its attack of launching its claws. And its tail whip here, or you can like use it to kind recreate grabbing up Ultraman Orb or any character any figure you want to play the choking scene with, like this, provided if you get some stand to support this move. And seems like, unlike most SH Figuarts, this set's box does not have any transparency to allow you to see through the figure inside, but this is probably part of the reason why they show so at least more picture than most. Now let's check out the contents. Here we have the Galactron SH Figuarts in the plastic casing here, and we also have its instruction manual. And it looks like to be very simple and straightforward. Here just talking about like how you can attach the tail to the back of Galactron's head. And its jaws or mouth should be articulated or movable. And how its shoulder can like extend outward. It's the right arm. It's detachable. And we have a stand or stage that can support it, just like on the picture. So now let's start checking out the figure itself. Normally, for this kind of plastic casing that contains the SH Figuarts or the SH Monster Art, I would always recommend opening it very carefully, because if you don't do it slowly, you could send all the small accessories or pieces inside flying, and you have a very difficult time trying to recover all those missing pieces. But in this case, this set doesn't seem to have any actual small accessories, so at least for this top part we probably don't have to worry about this. But for this lower part, we just have to worry about this small item here. Now let's open the main figure first. And it's completely covered in a plastic film. And usually in SH Figuarts and SH Monster Arts, having these plastic films covered on the figure somewhere means this set is brand new when you first opened it. And looks like it has like a plastic cover for the head as well, and the film around its neck. Let me think. This is probably the first challenge in this set, how you get all these film off the figure. Here we go. So here we have the main figure without all its accessory attached yet, and as you see, it can stand on its own very well without me having to do any adjustments. So it's a very balanced figure. So next we have to also open up the second layer of the case and start putting out these parts onto the main figure. And fortunately, there's also like not many small pieces in this set, but there is just this little one here. So again, you want to be careful as you open up this case. So here we have the tail whip claw here. So it gets attached to the back of Galactron's head. And here's its right hand claw. And if you check the instruction manual, this default on part here is actually effect part, which I'll explain in a moment. But first, in order to complete the figure, we have to first remove it. There we go. And now we have to do a little change before we attach it on. So the claw has to be set forward like this. Now we put it on. I think it's designed to be a little too tight, so it might take some effort. his armor down for a second. Looks like you have to do a little twisting to slide it on, but here we go. Now I'm putting the shoulder armor back on too. There we go, Galactron completed. Now let's check out the articulation and other feature in this figure. So let's first check out this tail cloth here. So it can lift up, but it may cause a little imbalance. So you might, if you want to put on a pose of this getting lifted high up, at certain angle, and again, if it causes imbalance, you might want to use the support structure or display stand to hold this steady. But as you can see, this tail is very articulated and flexible. And we have like a claw hand at the end of the tail whip here, so it's like Galactron's got a third arm here that's far reaching. Can also attack this way from the high top. So basically, you can try to use this extended arm to attack and make many kinds of poses you would want it's capable of. And now let's check out Galactron's head here. You can look left and right to 45-degree each end, and it can turn it to waist, so you can still kind of look 90-degree to either direction by twisting the upper body. And unfortunately, it does not seem to be able to look up and down. And its neck can move a little bit, but apparently it's incapable of turning. And as you saw from the instruction manual, its arm has a lot extending capability. So it's got a good articulation in the arms here and the shoulder, which allows it to put on kind of fighting pose with its arms. And looks like its foot claws are flexible as well. So its leg can kick up and backwards too. And it can also raise a little on the side way, but only about little less than 45 degrees. Its knee can bend. And looks like I just accidentally detached its leg, but it should be reattachable. And finally, its foot can adjust its angle, so this helps with putting various kind of stance. And finally, its mouth can open and close. There's also weapons on the right arm, so you can always just raise it to show as blaster or weapon firing. Apparently the shield, or what looks like a shield on its left arm, is also a blade which you can turn this way to make use as a weapon. There's apparently another joint that's like right where the shoulder and the arm connect, so that allows for another articulation. See how the arm can twist up like this. So you can move more different angle if you wanted to. And the arm can actually also rotate inward and outward like this. And a whole range of motion that allows you to put on different kind of poses. This is Galactron's rolling pose you saw from the box. And here we have the tail completely on the ground. Now to set up the claw launching attack display, you're gonna need this small piece you saw from the case earlier. It's actually a connector, and unlike what I originally believed, apparently this set does not come with its own display stand or support stage for the effect parts, so you're gonna have to get your own compatible display stand. And you just have to first remove the gripper parts. Now let's connect the claw onto this support part. And then you have to detach this arm here. And then we're gonna reattach the arm piece we removed from the beginning. Now we attach on the connector here. And this is now going to be set on here like this. And there we go. Now it looks like the claw is launched from the arm. Of course, you might want to work the angle well to make it realistic that it's coming out of this arm here. This might be a little better view. Now, although on the box it's the Ultraman Orb SH Figuarts getting held up in the air by Galactron with his whip claw there. As I don't have that figure here, I'm using the SH Figuarts Ultraman Ginga instead, but it's pretty much the same. You can see Ginga's getting strangled by the neck and held up high. This is Galactron's tail clawed here. So this covers all the basic feature of this set. So as you can see, it's a very articulated, mechanical looking dragon monster figure, and never mind anything else. Galactron's head design here alone makes it like very majestic looking dragon. So if even if you're not a fan of the Ultraman franchise, if you just like dragons in general, or you're just some kind of robotic monster fan, then this should be a good item for you to add to your collection. One of the best feature of this figure is again its almost unique third arm, that is this tail arm on the that extends from the back of his head, and it's as you saw, very articulated and very easy to move. However, even though if you position the figure well, the balance should be able to maintain, but it's unlikely it can stay balanced for extended period of time by itself. So if you want this figure, it's still best to find a compatible display stand here that can support this arm, so that it can help keep the figure from falling or the arm from losing its pose. And you will still need such stand to put on the pose of Galactron launching his right claw there. And like all SH Figuarts and SH Monster Arts, this figure is crafted very well to model the character it's based on. And this figure is very versatile with, again, this tail whip arm, as well as its capability of weaponizing both arms, and with its articulation, there's a lot of fighting pose you can do with this figure. So if you're a collector who's looking for not only like very good looking or dragon-like figure and with a lot of tricks that it can do, you should consider getting this figure into your collection. This concludes my review for this set. Thanks everyone for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please click like and subscribe to my channel. And please check out other videos in my channel. If you have any question, please leave them in the comment section. I will answer with the best of my knowledge and ability.